John, check Rose's bookshelf. You eye your birthday package again curiously. It's awfully tempting to peek inside, but you feel guilty about it for some reason, even though it's yours anyway. You suppose a perusal of her bookshelf would be harmless enough. Just a bunch of books. The knowledge within is meant for everybody. Dave pesters you with the message, I'm not reading this aloud, which you decide not to bother dignifying with a whole pester log ordeal because it's probably just him being a truculent jackass again, so screw him. Look at a book. You find a book full of beautiful poetry and groundbreaking philosophical thinking by American sports legend Charles Barkley. These are words to cherish. This is a man to treasure. Take book. You captchalogue Rose's autographed copy of This Ocean Charles. Jewels of wisdom like this don't just fall into your lap every day and shouldn't be parted with lightly. You doubt she'll mind if you borrow her book. She's always trying to get you to read her weird books anyway. Oh, just open the package already. You can't take it anymore. You're going to see what's inside. John, I never got to thank you properly for your gift. Yes, the words were there. Language comprising the familiar veneer of gratitude rubbing off with each tired favor traded for. A God bless to a sneeze or a few pennies cradled in a receipt. Perhaps it's the deplorable romantic in me, but I thought your present and your friendship demanded reciprocation surpassing by some degree the utterly meaningless. The proper thanks, I thought, would be a demonstration that your offering was not in vain. Yes, maybe some would take your suggested alternative to my gloomy preoccupations as a passive-aggressive jab. But I know you didn't mean it that way. In fact, I'm sure reading about it now is the first time the notion has occurred to you. John, please stop rolling your eyes. The letter is down here. The gift in this box is a resurrection. I used your present to thread life anew into a tattered heirloom. As long as I can remember, its black, greasy appendages have been tethered limply to its ratty, porous carriage. Too delicate to wash, too dear to discard. I used to love this rabbit. Now he's yours. I trust you'll find this to be adequately sentimental. Happy birthday. Rose. Put the bunny back in the box. This gift from Rose is so cool. 2 sweet bunnies on one birthday? What are the odds? In a fit of enthusiasm, you shut up and jam the bunny back in the box, executing a textbook chaos dunk. Millions would have perished if everything in the ocean weren't dead already, that is. Take box. You gently chaos dunk the fragile bunny back in the box and captchalogue it. It is such a nice present. You will have to write Rose a thank you note and tuck it under her hairband or something. Wait, no, that would probably be creepy. Your bunny reminds you that you still have a salamander in your Silodex. She is holding the bunny Dave got you. It's sort of uncanny how similar they are, aside from the knitted enhancements. Seriously, what are the odds? So weird. Deploy beloved daughter. You release dear precious Casey. She was probably getting antsy in that card. You think you'll leave her here with Rose. A dangerous quest is nothing to embark on with a sweet, innocent girl stashed in your inventory. You aren't actually sure if she's a girl, though. You don't even know if salamanders can be girls. Aren't they hermaphrodites or something? You don't know anything about biology, unless it is biology that has to do with ghosts and slime, but even then you don't actually know anything. You just sort of like to pretend you do. Looks like a troll is bugging Rose. John, answer troll. I'm supposed to antagonize a few members of your trivial species. I have to start somewhere, and some when, so I am starting with you, and now. It's going to be pointless and unpleasant, mostly for me. Actually, you know what? I'm not really feeling this at all. Goodbye. She's not here right now. She's asleep. But okay, see you. Is this your human sarcasm that I've heard about? That you always use? And that is basically a terrible way to communicate? No? I thought that was the thing you did. The rose human specifically. Oh yeah, that's me. I am the rose human. Look at me. I am so smart with all of these snooty words and complicated things to say. I am the queen of books. Okay, these are definitely insincere statements. Why do you work so hard at being so awful? I'm so burned. These birds are crazy. Can't we just cut to the chase and be friends already? These cat and mouse games are so dumb. You know we're just going to be friends at some point anyway. Have we spoken before? I don't know. Maybe. It's hard to keep track with all of your time nonsense. Now that I think about it, it is pretty conceivable that I will talk to you again in the past after this conversation. That's because you guys always do things the hard way. And the dumb way. I should figure out how the viewport feature of this application works, so I can see what such a primitive creature looks like. Haha, well, I know what you guys look like. You look kind of like Howie Mandel from Little Monsters, even though, to be perfectly frank, he was kind of a big monster, because he was a big goofy adult, and Fred Savage was like his child prankster sidekick. Is this an adversary you have encountered on your quest? No, it's a movie. You should ask John about it because he thinks it's awesome, which it is. It seems you put stock in John's assessment of things, even really uninteresting things that are pretty terrible to listen to. He is either the leader of your party or you hold whatever the human equivalent of mating fondness for him is. Yeah, I got him this really cool bunny for his birthday and it's really nicely knitted and everything because I am basically in love with him. You are right. Okay. Heh. Just kidding. I'm sure John knows it's because I'm really thoughtful, and I bet he really appreciates the present and would say thank you if he were here. Okay, human courtship is definitely a strange thing, and it's sort of blowing my mind listening to this. I think I'll talk to someone else now. Why don't you talk to John? Maybe. When along his timeline would you recommend communicating with him? Oh man, I don't know. Why don't you pick the time that will make the most complicated mess of everything imaginable? You know that's what you're going to do anyway. Considering that you're obviously not that smart, and basically understand whipping, bugwing, and fuck all about even the most elementary temporal mechanics, I am a bit perplexed as to why I find myself so vehemently fondling the short end of the antagonism stick here. Kind of irritating. I'm going to talk to your comrades, this John human, and figure out what's going on. Okay. If you talk to him in the past, he'll understand even less buggy-whipped fuck-all about time, and he'll be confused. So maybe paste something from this conversation to him? I don't know. And if you talk to him in the future, he'll probably know all this stuff, like things you've said to him but haven't said yet. And then you'll be confused. Sorry, that's just how this works. Don't say I didn't warn you. Consider me fully briefed on the matter. Until next time, Rose. Next time in the past. Yeah, bye. If you're not too busy setting up the network, perhaps you could come show me how to activate the viewport. I am, in fact, too busy still setting it up. Whoa, here's an idea. Press F1. My keyboard is missing the F1 key. Lies. Don't bother me, I'm not in the mood. If I see one more snarl of wires kind of jutting out and being tangled or whatever, I am going to perform some sort of athletic fucking somersault off the deep end and get a call from the president or some shit. So go away. You used to like to talk more. If I recall, I was typically the one who would solicit reprieves from your nonsense, so I don't know what happened. That was before I knew we were all going to die. And no one believed me. And now look at you all believing me suddenly. Uncanny. Then why are you doing this? Setting up these stations for us? To get you all off my bulge about it. But I won't troll any of them personally. No way. Kind of juvenile. But you guys go knock yourselves out, okay? See the menu up top? Fiddle around with that till you open the viewport. I did fiddle with it, to no avail. If you can't figure shit out by fucking around, you don't belong near computers. Kind of like with registered sex offenders and schools. If you move to a new town, you have to go up to your neighbor's door and warn them about how stupid you are, and give them a chance to hide all their innocent technology. and vandalize your house.